First of all, this is not about race or religion, so please don't criticize about it. I want to thank Google, YouTube, and Picture Monkey so that I'm able to complete this video, and of course the voice actor. It was 1992 that year when I was 28 years old. I was working in a factory and it was around 4 p.m. in the afternoon when I walked out into the corridors and wandered around. And when I looked up at the sky, it was not normal. I noticed the dimensions started shifting. It forms 3 different layers of gas and starts moving upwards. The first layer of gas is red in color due to the sun, and the second layer of gas is the ozone layer, which turns into golden color. The left layer of the gas moves upwards about 150 meters above the ground. As it moves, it starts to cover the left side of the sky. The right side has 2 layers of gas and it starts moving high up to the sky. As it stops, the 2 layers of gas form a S shape as it twisting towards the ground. It was 2 meters high from the ground and 2 meters apart from my eyes. The left side layer of gas started forming into tiny little bubbles as it filled up the sky, and the number is uncountable. The 2 layers of gas at the right side started forming into basketball-sized bubbles, and its speed is a little bit slower than the left side, but it started filling up the sky, and the amount is uncountable. The left side of the bubbles also have organisms inside. From its shape and appearance, I reckon that it is insects and fishes, although the distance from me and the bubble is huge. The bubbles at the right side also has organisms inside. From the first look of it, I reckon that there is a horse, snake, and a human. The right side bubbles, all the human and animals has their own bubble, and all in the same trail, although different arrangement. The different layer of bubbles is just to differ the gender, but all of them are babies, and every few distance there will be a blue guardian. The left corner bubbles has no blue guardians, and I noticed the cars stopped moving, and I observed that the time and space has also stopped. I realized that I am the only one at the corridor, as if it is during midnight. And when I walked into the factory, all the lights had been shut down, and not even one colleague is there. And the only thing that is brightened up is the altar. When I walk to the back of the corridor and I look up to the sky is dark because it has become from the day to the night. I wondered which Buddha did that, as it was magnificent, as half of the time and space stopped, and the other half of the time and space changes. Not only the earth, but the other part of the places too. When I walked back to the corridor, and I looked at the scene, for about 2 minutes, the bubbles start to blend in the air, and the ozone layer starts not to be so visible. When I walk back into the factory, for about 2 to 3 minutes later, my colleagues starts appearing back. And from the night, it gone to the day. And all this happening in silence. When I walk back to the corridor, I see the cars started moving. All these things are happening in silence. The silence lasted for about 45 minutes. And after that, it's time for my colleague to go home. And when they go home, it's still very quiet. There is no chit-chatting. When I'm going back to home and look around the streets, it is still very quiet. Only after a day later, the silence breaks off. The earth has many natural disasters, and because of this, my soul leave my body frequently for about 10 times. And I feel that I need to share about this incident so that people around the world need to protect this earth and stop the military from bombing the earth.